The fight to legalize recreational marijuana in Florida and the battle on the ballot is now heating up after the state Supreme Court this week approved an amendment to let voters ultimately decide the issue come November. But some of the state's most powerful politicians are against that. Tonight, Capitol reporter Forrest Saunders with how this could play out next.
It was just on Monday when Florida's Supreme Court approved the ballot language for adult use of recreational marijuana. But now supporters of this effort have a new hurdle, which is getting a supermajority, 60% of Floridians, to say yes in November. And that is why backers are pouring millions into this effort. The campaign to legalize smokable and edible recreational weed for those 21 and up in Florida touted its green Wednesday. Not this stuff, but cash. Smart and Safe Florida raising $15 million to date and announcing 6 big donors ahead of November's election. All of them cannabis companies like the biggest backer, Trulieve.
We're very excited to move to the next phase of the campaign because it's a phase that's really going to center around education.
That's CEO Kim Rivers. The messaging, she said, will focus on safety and benefits like creating a possible $6 billion industry and a lot of tax dollars, but also pushing back on what Rivers called misinformation.
Let's use science and data and not just, fear-mongering.
Comes after big names in the state.
And I've gone to some of these cities that have this everywhere. It smells.
Including Florida Governor Ron DeSantis suggested the change stinks. Last month, he cautioned the ballot initiative was too broad.
It seems to supersede any other regulatory regime that we have. And that means that if that were to come to pass, that people in the downtown areas, in different communities, this is going to be part of your community.
Others worry about the dangers of potent THC, the stuff that gets you high. In fact, lawmakers tried to preemptively craft recreational caps on it earlier this year.
Doing nothing is not a good option because then people don't know where to start.
It didn't get across the finish line, but even so, the amendment specifically allows lawmakers to approve guardrails for implementation, and Rivers said they fully expect it to happen, including regulation on public use.
We don't want Florida to look like a California or a New York. I'm a mom of 2 middle schoolers, and what we're talking about here is creating a regulated, safe environment for adults over the age of 21 to access product that is clean and tested, and for us to be able to tax that product to benefit the state.
Impressing that message on the public is the next big step, and polling is mixed depending on where you look. A UNF survey from November showed 67% of Floridians were in support, while another from Florida's Chamber of Commerce in January had support 10 points lower, under the 60% needed. At the Capitol, Forrest Saunders, ABC Action News.